Well, nothing much exciting going on. The front door system is working really well. Unfortunately, the RFID tag is just a little bit too far away. I can't say that. Put my teeth in. Suspected, because I didn't trim off enough of the plastic around the case. But it still works. I mean, you just have to be a little bit more sensitive where you touch it. Now, today I got a whole new different toy. So let me swing this camera lens around and swing the camera around. Excuse me. Today I received my Raspberry Pi 3. It's amazingly dense. And I don't mean that in a stupid way. I mean the fact the components are so tiny. Yeah, it probably won't focus in. But they are so minuscule that they've managed to cram an awful lot on here. Now the first thing I did was add 3 heat sinks. This one is the CPU, and unfortunately I either had huge heat sinks or these little, I guess they're about a 1 centimetre square heat sink. What would that be? No, I guess they're about a centimetre square, so that would be about ½ inch. Added this one to the CPU, as I just said. This one goes to the 1 gig of memory storage, and on the bottom, I can't remember what that chip is, and it could well be the memory, I'm not sure to be honest. But either way, I've taken the 3 big chips and bonded on with thermal compound 3 heat sinks. Now I was going to put some little legs on it, you know, so I put through these 4 mounting holes. But my little standoffs, the threaded bit is too large to go through that hole, which is a real shame because I could have just had it standing here while I do stuff with it. So I guess that means I'm going to have to take off the Raspberry Pi 2 off that development board, you know, the one that holds the Arduino and the Raspberry Pi, because it's the same mounting positions and the screws on that are somewhat smaller. So that's what I guess I'll do tomorrow. But it's the components, I'll try and focus it in. It's not going to happen. But they are minuscule. And I put my hand over them, you can hardly feel them. But the Raspberry Pi 3 has 1 gig of memory, a quad core CPU, I forget which model now, I can't see the box, hang on, I'll just swing around and get the box. Okay, the box with a big label on the front. So it's a Raspberry Pi 3 Model B with 1 gig of RAM. Doesn't actually tell you much more really, but apparently somewhere on here it has Wi-Fi. Obviously it has Ethernet, plus 4 USB ports, plus this is the analog audio video, so that's a 3 connector because it's stereo audio. Then we have HDMI, then it has a micro USB for the power, then it has these 2 connectors for flat cables, I believe one is for display and one is for camera, which I've never used, and then the standard 40-pin dual inline header. Can't wait to play with it, because it's really a nice little unit, and considering it's somewhat like 3 or 4 times more powerful than the Raspberry Pi 2, should be fun. Anyhow, just a quickie. Bye.